Working in through here, you'll notice that now my body punch has to be a little bit higher than when I was just working on the back, because Glenn is very big. So I want to work to the nipple, just a little southeast of that nipple over here, because right in through here is where you want to work. Now again, once again, to repeat myself about 20 times already, stay in here, explode in here, everything working together. So now you're working right in through here. You can't hit them. That's the problem. If we were sparring, we could put safety equipment on and we could exchange techniques back and forth. But we can't do that. I can't hit him. You can't go to your dojo and hit the people in your dojo, and you don't want them hitting you. So there's things that we can do to alleviate pain and injury. All right, so you're just going to work here, just like the bag, nice and slow, nice and easy, keeping the other hand here. In time, what will happen is whatever you want, whatever your hands want to do when you're in here, will do. You can't say, well, what do I do when I get in here? Should I do this? Should I do that? Yeah. And my answer to you would be, yeah. Sure, go ahead. Well, should I do this? Yes, will be my answer, yes. Okay? But right now, let's work on the one basic punch. One, now I'm going to go to the head. Same thing that I did with the bag. One, now I'm going to rock right up through here. This is the first arc, which is right to the tip of the point of the jaw. Okay? One, and then a very slight release of the tension here will bring my hand back slightly, but you notice, not away from the body. My hand is still on the body. Once again, one, a slight release, but my hand is still on the body, and then I'm going to rock back to that particular area here. Now I'm going to freeze myself and turn around, because you can see where my hands are. Once again, my hands are very, very tight with each other, because I'm not done. One, slight release. Two, keeping the shoulder inside. One, two, keeping this area in. Don't open up this shoulder joint, because then you just get a slap. Okay? One, two. Second arc. A little bit more over here. So now I'm going to take it a little bit more to the body side. I'm going to go here and then here. Third one. I'm moving around the body. Here, here. And now the fourth one, I'm actually going to go over the shoulder. Okay? One, slight, and right up over the shoulder, right behind the ear. This one right here is the most devastating. Please understand that. Right here, the ear is this is the most devastating. Over here. Okay? So one slight release of tension here. Not much, just a little. And then bring back the tension, stay in tight here, and rock it right back over there. All right. Now, let's work a little bit with the arms. Okay, Glenn, get your arms up and simulate something of a fighting position. From this position, you can see that the hands are in here. You can also see that he can hit me very, very easily. So as you're watching this video, you're going to say, yeah, but I can see him hard. I can see that he can hit you. Yes, you're right. He can hit me. But the reality of it is the speed and power that you're going to use to explode into this technique will alleviate you being hit, hopefully. Now, when you're in this infighting position, when you're in this close, there really isn't a lot of blocking going on. Please understand that. There's not a lot of blocking going on in here. Your main thought is to cause as much destruction as possible to this particular person who's trying to hurt you so that you can get out of there. Okay? All right, so how do we work around the arms? Same thing, all right? Don't pay any attention to the arms, because this particular punch that we've been working on now has an uncanny way of going right around this tricep area. And once you learn how to hit very, very hard from this close, let me tell you something. It doesn't matter what part of the body you hit. You can hit his arms. You can hit his hand. Because whatever is there, you hit. Whatever he gives you, you hit. If this arm is sticking out and I'm going to go in, I'm going to take this arm up. I'm going to hit this arm. I'm going to hit this arm hard. Real hard. Hopefully I'll destroy this arm. Or at least make him think about it. So it is not like sparring. When you're looking back in, you're going to say, where can I score a point? But there's no points in the street. There's no referees. There's no rules out there. There's no points in here. Okay? So we're going to be working in through here. We're going to be working to the body, up underneath. All right? Right up underneath in here. Turn around a little bit so you can see what's going on. I'm going to be working right up and over here. I'm also going to be working around the arm. I'm going to be taking myself inside, and I'm going to be stepping right over here with a slight little step. Not much, just a little bit of a step. See, infighting is tiny little moves, and sometimes you don't move at all. And when you do move, your foot only moves about that much. But it's going to be quick. You don't have to be fast, just be quick. There's a difference between quick and fast. So a very slight movement here. We're going to take it right up inside here. Now this punch will go behind the tricep. Not behind the elbow, behind the tricep. Tricep is the back of your arm. And right back in through here. Now he doesn't have to move that. He can hold it right up and through there. Now he does have those strong lats back here. And I don't want to be banging him on the lats. Because he's big and strong. He may like that. All right? So what you want to do is you want to dig it in real deep in here. Okay? And this punch has an elevation to it. Has an elevated arc to it. Like a sickle. You know what a sickle is? If you take a sickle and like that, that's kind of what this punch does. Also what the elbow does a little bit later. Okay? So here, I can take it here, into the hand, into the arm. Once you learn how to hit real hard, you can destroy this arm, and you can really cause a lot of pain here. A slight step, and I'm going to be working over here, right up inside over here, and it's going to go right up into this eggshell area here. This is all peanut brittle, eggshell. Okay? Not here, not here, right here. One, and now I'm going to work. See my other hand right here? I'm not leaving. Don't leave home without it. Stay right here. One, now I'm going to work right up on the outside of that shoulder, and I'm going to go right up to the back of the ear. Now watch how it's done. One, slight release. The hand stays right here. See the hand right here? I'm going to travel up the limb. I'm going to follow the contour of this body and come right up to the head. So people are going to say, wow, 2 punches. Very, very fast. How did you do that? Very simple. You cut out the middleman. You cut out all the garbage. This is garbage. 1. Garbage. Okay? 1, 2. You got 2 torques there. You got 2 torques. And that's what's going to take time to learn. First torque here, the release. But the hands are right here. You're just releasing this tension here. 1, release the tension, and then second torque. So it's 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And it goes right up over the shoulder, right up into the side of the head. Okay, Glenna's got a protection on here. There's just so much you can do with the heavy bag. You can do the majority of your infighting practice on the heavy bag. The rest comes from looking into a mirror. You can almost invent an infighting kata, in the mirror, like shadow boxing. Looking in the mirror, almost all dojos have mirrors. Making sure your body is moving right, making sure your hands are right. But this is good, this protective thing. This is target shooting. This is target practice, accuracy. When you hit properly, the shock wave will start going through the bag. When you hit properly, this person will not, is there flying room there? This person will not go that way. okay? He won't go that way. He should go this way, down, okay? Right down at your feet. When you hit properly, when you begin to hit properly, the attacker will not go away from you. The attacker will fall right in front of you, will fall right in front of you. If you hit and you are pushing with your techniques, then you're into sparring, then you're into other aspects. Waiting for the referee to call the point. What we're doing here is we want to cause as much destruction as possible from a very short range, have an explosive shock wave, almost a trauma, through the body that will drop. The knees will go and he'll drop right here, not back here. So this won't happen too much with this bag. If I take this bag away, I lose one of my black belts. Okay? So from right here, you don't want to work too low. Down here, too low is in the belly. I want to work right up in here. Target practice. Target practice. Okay? Like shooting baskets in basketball. After a while, you don't miss. Right in here, once you start acquiring that arc, then you'll hit this particular area right here, this peanut brittle area that I talked about. So we're going to be working in real close. Get your comfortable position from way out here, okay? And after a while, you can get in real close. Put your hand, just like the heavy bag. Treat this just like the heavy bag. Right from here. Okay, we're just working here. And again, notice my hand. Let me go over here. Okay, notice my hands. Right in through here. I'm going to just rotate all the way around. Everything is right here. Punch. Doesn't go any further than that. The power is not in the distance. The power is derived from all of the muscles back here. What? How many times have I said that? You count. I can't count. 10 times maybe? You'll hear it another 10 times before the video's over. From right in here. Again, work over here, inside, both hands. One, keeping your hand. Can you hear that? Microphone picking that up, I hope? Right in through here, okay? I am punching from a position where my fingers, my hand, is actually on the bag, okay? Take a look. Again, my hand is on his body, this protective piece. It's not back here, it's right here. While my hand is on, I'm hitting. And I'm hitting from here. Let's go a little bit. I'm going to take this up, which would be up near his clavicle, his collarbone. That's pretty close to his head. You can't go to his head. But it gives you a good simulation. So we'll go here, and then we'll just bring it up over here. Okay? Slowly. One, the hand travels, actually all just about touching all the way up. And then from here, you have another torque here. Once again. And here comes his partner, the other hand right here. Right hand, left hand, stay together. You should be able to do this with handcuffs on. Your hands stay together. Slowly. One. Okay, I release the torque from down here. The hand comes back, but not so far back because I'm still touching him. That's how close I am. And then I'm going to torque again, let my hand travel. My elbow is not going out. My elbow is staying en route, on track, right here, and then torquing once again on impact, or in this case, over here. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. A little quicker. You notice? Here I am over here. I'm bringing Bill back. And we're going to use some punching pads. We all know what these are. These are punching pads. Boxers use them all the time. They develop very, very fast hands. These are good because you want to be ripping these punches back. When you hit, especially to the head, the body shots, when you hit to the body, when you're working on a heavy bag or the protective bag on your dojo mate, you want to hold that punch on target. You want to spend time on target. Listen to that term and take that term to heart. Time on target. Velcro. You want to have a Velcro hand. You want to hit and stay right through the body with that punch. And other techniques as we go along. But on the head, when you're hitting to the head, you're going to stay on target to the head for just so long because the head is going to disappear. The head is very tiny. It's just a little ball that sits on the top of your shoulders and it'll take off on you. The body holds those punches in. So when you rocket these punches or whatever technique you're using to the head takes off. So, knowing that fact, what you want to do is practice a ripping, arcing motion. Arcing motion. Again, the arc. This is a little more of an arc, though, than that boomerang or banana type of arc. It's more of a circular arc. It's not a big roundhouse punch. It's a very tight punch. I don't believe in these big roundhouse punches. There are techniques that come out here that'll use the forearm bones, and then we'll work on that a little bit later. But we're still working very, very tight. Don't forget now. Please don't forget. When you're working this, you're very, very tight. You're in a phone booth. You're very, very tight. You don't have the opportunity to work these arms outside. Plus, there's no power there. So let's come over here a little bit, though. Okay, so what you want to do now, let me go this way so you can see a little bit better. You want to work pretty much these particular motions here. All right? And what you want to do is you want to bring them back. And here's a little drill that you can work on, okay? And be patient with it. We can work open hands with this, but right now we'll close our hands. If you have any gloves in your, if hitting the bag and all of these things are going to hurt your hands, get some punching mitts, get some gloves, okay? So we're going to be working, and we're going to come back inside. We're going to come back inside. So I'm hitting here. I'm making contact here, and then I'm releasing my hand and coming back. This is extremely good to coordinate this particular drill. So my hand is loose here. Hands, plural, are loose here. Okay, I'm going to hit with this hand. Just prior to contact, I'm going to make a tight fist. It's going to explode into the mitt, and then I'm going to release the pressure in my hand and come back here. So it's going to look like this, with the same torquing motion that I've been talking about. This isn't the chubby checker twist here now, people. You're sitting and you're using the pelvis, you're using the hips here, your two pelvis bones, and you're just rocking back and forth here. One, to the head, ripping. Other side, ripping. Now when you go right, left, two hands, hit with the right, hit with the left, you can't be shaking in here. It's a sneeze, and it's a sneeze. It's not a rhythmic rolling like you're on an ocean liner, a big ship. No. In the real world, out in the street, it doesn't work like that. It must be two sneezes. 1, 2, or 1, 2. So, again, very close. I've got my head here almost touching this particular bag, this particular punching mitt. I'm only about 3 or 4 inches. This mitt is about 3 or 4 inches from my face. Okay, that's close. I'm real close. All right? So we're going to bring this up a little bit here. We've got an attacker here just under 6 feet. I won't tell you how tall I am, but I'm under 6 feet. All right, from here. All right, so we're going to rip it back, and then let me see, we want to start from there. From here. Okay, from here. 2 hands again. Real tight. This punch is only traveling about 3 inches. The rest is here. Now what I want you to notice from this angle here is when I'm done, the ripping motion will take my hand right back to here. So you're going to hear two hits. You're going to hear one hit on the punching mitt and the other hit on my upper chest to simulate the ripping motion of the punch. And that is how I'd like you to practice this, or else the hand will just travel. Did you hear? Let me do it slow. 1, 2. 1, 2. Loose hand here. Loose, 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 loose. Close. Bang. Ripping. Open. Bang. Coordinate here. Loose. Close. Open. Bang. Here. Again. Here. See this hand? It's right almost on this elbow. And I'm working this way. Here. See it under here? So I'm working here. Watch the position of my hands as I go through. I'm going to stop it right here so you can see. Take a peek. Tight, huh? And then we'll rip it back. Here's my other one. Rip it back. Here I am again. Here. Talking. Here. Oh, we can get closer than that, though. Right in here. That's it. Here. 1, and we're ripping. 2, and then we're ripping. Okay? Talking. Come on here. Make this guy a little taller. By the way, these head punches you will find work better short to tall. Short to tall. When we're the same height, like Bill and I are pretty much the same height, it's a little bit harder. If I brought Glenn back in, who's up here, it would be easier because your punches, head punches that are ripping from low traveling upward seem to work much better. They really hit very hard. You taller people that are working down, you want to work the same way. If you're 6'6", you want to hit like you're 5'6". Now I know you're 6'6", but you want to use the same body mechanics I am talking about. I've had many students, I've got many students, 6'4", 6'5", 6'6", and they hit like they're 5'6", 5'7", 5'8", but they're 6'5". So when you're hitting from this compact, explosive infighting style, and you're 6'2", 3', 4, or 5, whew, that's nasty. Okay, once again, 1, 2. The beauty about open hand striking, when you're talking about explosive infighting techniques, is that it moves very, very good around the contour of the body. And you can keep the muscle fibers really, really supple, really loose with an open hand. I'll be working on the heavy bag and the punching mitts in a second, and also the protective vest that you saw Glenn wear just a little while ago for the punching. But the open hand is great. I love the open hand techniques. When you're working the body in close, and you're doing any grappling in close, you don't have to really concern yourself with closing of the hand. Many people, when they close their hand, the arm becomes very tight, and then they become very slow and very awkward, and they start pushing the punches, okay? But if you keep your hands open, it becomes very, very explosive. And the open hand is great because it works around the tricep, works under the elbows, and it really digs into this particular area here. So once again, we're going to turn this way, Maurice, a little bit. Once again, we're working to the, I call this the eggshell area, just below the nipple, just above the belly button, right in through here. And the open hand works great in that particular area, right up in this area here. So we'll take it and try to put it in a little realistic situation. Nothing on a video is going to be realistic. A realistic attack comes very fast and very hard, okay? And what we're trying to do, what I'm trying to do with you, since you're here for your lesson tonight, is to get you to go from ground zero, boom, and just explode into the attack. Now you notice there's nothing I'm going to be doing that's going to make me come back. Because once you retreat from the attack, there are times, I guess, it would be a very good debate when you must yield a little bit. I will agree a little bit with that. But most of the time, if you attack the attack, you'll come out on top. Most of the time, okay? So what we're going to be doing here, we're going to be working up in this situation here, and we're grappling up in this situation here, we're blocking up in here, we're tugging, and we're just going to slip the hand right up underneath, okay? You can slip the hand right up underneath, and it really has a devastating effect if you have the technique using the big muscles, okay, to reiterate what I was talking about just a little while ago with the punch. Same principle, same talking principle. I'm not going to go through all that again with you, but remember, I told you that we're going to be doing a lot of repetition. So the repetition here is the same. The only difference is my hand is open now instead of closed. Okay? So from here, we're just working inside. I find, and again, keeping both hands with you, I find that I can move from the body to the head a lot faster, and I can hit a lot harder with an open hand than I can with a closed hand. Okay? So this is great. Right up around, very, very close. Let me show you first. Here is what I'm doing to Maurice. Inside here, once again, both hands. One, and then talking right up. You'll notice the elbow stays inside, right up to the side of the head, up near the ear. Again, both hands stay together. From here, grappling, here, right up on top. Both hands working. Watch the hands again. One hand here, both hands working. Talking, watch the hips, coming around, right up here. You notice the elbow does not fly outside. Now, with the attacker here, one, right up on top, okay? One, right up, close, close. Don't go from here and go outside. There's no reason. This is all garbage out here. There's no reason. Stay close to the attacker. Use the attacker's body as your root. And hit the home run up here near the earlobe. I like those ears. When you get up near the ear, the fight is usually over. Usually. One, staying close. Watch the elbow. Torquing. I'm real close to his body here now. Right up the arm, over the shoulder, up on the side near the ear. Spend some time on target. Rip it back inside. One, rip it back inside. Grappling, right up inside here. Grappling, right up inside here. Okay, here's your old faithful heavy bag. Same principles once again on the punching, all right? I find that you can actually get closer. You notice how close I was on the punching, all right? Let's go over that again. The punching, okay? That's hitting pretty good. The open hand, you can actually hit even closer. And the open hand stays on the body a little bit longer. You notice the term time on target I said with the punch. The punch can stay on the body pretty good. It comes off the head, but it stays on the body. The open hand is almost like you have Velcro on it, and it really adheres to the body, and you can move the hand right into the body. Your wrist has to come into play here too, and so you have to, but when you're working on the heavy bag and you do this wrong, you'll tell your wrist. If you hit too far up into the hand here, you may bend it back a little bit. So you want to get down near the wrist, near the meaty part of the hand in here, okay? But it's not so much a wrist strike. We'll be getting into the wrist strikes in a minute here. You want to lay the whole hand on target, okay? Where you get your power is not your arm. I'm repeating myself again. It's from the big, large muscles of the body. The elbow takes the inside path. When you hit, you have an explosion, talking. Again, two hands with you. Very close. Very close. Just a short movement here, a short movement here. Okay? If you're standing, just a short movement right here. You don't have to be in the fighting stance. Remember that. You don't have, this is a very aggressive move. You don't have to be in a fighting stance, quote, unquote. You can just be standing still, and you can rock into this position or the punch position. So we'll do that here. We'll just stand here, and then we'll rock into this position. Okay? We'll just stand here waiting for the 2:30 bus, and then we'll rock into this position. Okay? We don't want him stealing my bus money. Okay? From here, working in here. Now you notice two hands are going. I take two hands up. A lot of times when I hit, both hands are hitting at the same time. Okay? I may have one hand here. I may be hitting with another hand here. All right? So we're going to be working this position here, and we're going to be two hands working. All right? Two hands working. From here, 1, 2. Let's work body, then go to the head. Okay? Here, 1. Working real close to the bag, 2. Again. Coming at you, 1, 2. Once again, the same principle holds true whether you're working on the heavy bag or you're working on these small little punching mitts, okay? Ego mitts. Makes a lot of noise. You want to really make sure you stay in really, really tight. What's good about these is you can really get in tight, okay? Just like the punches, and you can work body shots and you can work head shots. I use these basically for head shots, okay? I like to work the heavy bag for bodies, but these here are just good for head shots, okay? So stay in really, really close, working the imaginary shoulder here, and just working the hands from a normal standing position, not a kumite, not a fighting position, okay? Just standing there normally from here and working right in through here. Once again, working, again, attacking the attack, hands in this position because you don't know that you're going to be attacked, all right? So come, 1, attacking the attack. Let's watch that one more time. Attacking the attack, 1. Okay, I'm pulling this off him, so I'm not really hitting that.